What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Goddess Talk. Today we're doing something special, which we've been doing this for a little while. We are doing a live reading from Goddess Black Woman by Akil. And doing this because I'm starting the Goddess Book Club. And why? Because I want to empower us. What's up, Lolo? What's up, Desi? How you queens doing? What's up, Shampala? So, leaving off where we left off before, let me show you guys a book, The Goddess Black Woman. 12 lessons to restore the image, the character, and the responsibility of her, the mother of civilization. I thought this was dope. The author just dropped his first name, like, by Akil. That's it. You don't get anything else. So, I'm going to read where I left off at, which is kind of like the second chapter. It's called The Responsibility of Divine Image and Character, Ministry of 1,000 Words. So, here we go. The mission, the why, and the how. We have just learned that as the mother of civilization, you have the power to remake the world into your own image and likeness. But what is your image and likeness today? What is your image and character today? If you intended to produce a civilized world, you must become that which you intend to produce. Now, let us cover some aspects of the image and the character of this goddess black woman, remaking the original impression, the first. In this particular writing, we want to begin by addressing the subject of public image. We want to discuss the issues of your image in the public, as well as its powerful importance and influence. The image of your character in the public is very crucial to the rise of your people at this time, whether you know it or not. This is an important responsibility. Your image and character in the public is very important for one basic reason, Queen. If you are to accept your own true nature and your own natural responsibility as a goddess black woman, you are to be a representation of God's peace and God's power to the people. See, as a goddess black woman, you are automatically a representation of God. You are to be the actual container of God's wisdom. You are to be the animated expression of the mind and thinking of your God. You are a representative of the God who has awakened you from the ignorance of mental death. Really think about that and dissect the meaning. Do you follow this? This writing is designed to make you think. And this is nothing new. We are just trying to rekindle your mind and your memory. He's basically saying, like, we need to care about how we are portrayed in the world, like the goddess black woman. Right now, if you look at, look at me about to say no offense to the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's and the Beyonce's, but our image, what is our image? Like overall, it's not giving you goddess vibes. It's really not. And so we have to restore that piece by piece, each and every single one of us. So I'm gonna get back to it. The goddess black woman is one in whom the God has poured his character and his wisdom into, and or has drawn his character and his wisdom out of. So if you are to call, label, or seek to present yourself as a goddess black woman, you have to be prepared to realize the true definition of that prestigious and honorable title, goddess black woman. Prepare to be yourself. To realize the true definition of a goddess black woman, you must be willing to persistently strive or be prepared for the persistent struggle to bring forth the highest qualities of your character until they become a concrete, rock-solid, permanent, projected, constant reality. And I can speak to this because it's like, prepare to be yourself. Prepare to be like the blossoming you, the butterfly. It took time for me to evolve into this image, until I realized, like, hey, who was I looking like? Was I looking like a goddess black woman, or was I looking like the image that America wanted me to look like? Because you got to remember, when we first came here, or when we, whatever, some people say we've been here forever, But going through slavery, they were giving us clothes. You think it was black-owned shops where you can go buy your cultural garments? No, you had to buy the clothes that they have for you. Our whole life we've been trying to fit into their world, white society's world. And they can't clothe the goddess, you know? So now we're reclaiming our image. We're remembering who we are. We're preparing to be ourselves. So yes, you will become the balance of God's peace and God's power. You will project and become a peaceful power, a powerful peace. Flipped it. That is the balance character of God. Now wait. Just wait. Hold it. Slow down a minute. What does all of this mean? What is being said here? Break all of this down. What are you talking about? Why should we be so concerned with projecting an external image and character amidst our people in this world? Why should we even be concerned with how others are viewing us? What is so important about an external image and character? Is this all for selfish vanity? These are all very good questions. So let us investigate these questions, since we know that in order to determine the purity or impurity of an action, we must first determine the purity or impurity of the motivation that prompts the action. Why be concerned with image and character, Black woman? I'm about to tell you. A lot of people sit before the mirror to meticulously primp over their visual image in order to simply impress others of their external beauty. The motivation is vain. Therefore, the action is vanity. But now, think a minute. Does this mean that you should totally disregard a meticulous concern for your own image and character? Of course not. You may still ask, well, just why is it so important for a goddess Black woman to be concerned with the refinement of her projected image and character? How can this be important to God and God's purpose? How can this serve God's purpose of replenishing the earth with righteousness? Again, this is a very good question. But listen, it is not your mission to merely vainly impress other people. We're not here to impress people, hello, but rather it is to make an impression on the people. As every mother makes a molded impression on the forming character of her child. Well, if your motive in meticulously refining your image and character is to serve God's purpose, your actions are divinely inspired. And that's really just us aligning with God. The moment we align with God, everything that we do and all of our actions are within His will. He shine a light on you, huh? It is your divine mission to teach those of our people who are misguided the guidance and the wisdom that you have been taught. And you teach them through a word, and your projected image, plus the body language of your character speaks words. Classy woman. And your image is still a picture, and your character is a motion picture. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. Just the mere pictorial character and visual presence of a personal illuminated with divine intellect is a ministry of 1,000 words. A ministry of 1,000 words speaking all at once. A picture of the depth of your mind and the condition of your heart, and to those that can see it, the face of God alone can speak volumes of wisdom unsaid, and now can show images, show ages of time unseen for those that can read its language. So your image and character is a ministry of 1,000 words to all that can stand before you. Every person that is passing by you, every person that meets you, every person that I meet throughout the day, they see this image of a goddess Black woman. My character has to align with it. Because it's not about vanity. I'm not sitting there like, I'm glamorous and beautiful. No, I'm powerful. I'm sovereign. I'm serving. I'm still helping people. So your character with your image alone gives them the goddess vibe. So let me finish reading. 1,000 words. Your image is 1,000 words before all who stand before you. Yet, what is the message of your ministry? What are you saying? Every time that you look at an individual and they look back at you, there's a conversation going on, back and forth. Do you understand? So what do you have to say as a goddess Black woman? What is it that you are saying as a representation of God? What needs to be said to this present world? Think about it. Because I learned this too. I'm not looking this way to be vain. I'm looking this way to be powerful. So that in passing, when I say things to people, my words hold weight. My character and my image is speaking to people in another way. See, this is the reason that our image and character is being singled out for study today. It is because that same image and character can, will, and does speak, teach, minister words to people more than our mouths could ever speak at one given time. And if you are a goddess Black woman, the words that you speak and teach should be the words and principles of righteousness, wisdom, and divine guidance. That's where Ma'at hops in. Every morning saying Ma'at, I'm embodying it, eh? So when I go into the world, I am that. In submission to God's duty and purpose. This is the good part. Because we're here working one-on-one with God, queens. You know, this story is just a reminder for you. Get aligned. Here we go. As any other representative of God, a goddess Black woman is automatically missioned to be a minister or a teacher to the people. The God's mission is to teach the arts and sciences of civilization to those who have been deprived of that knowledge. This will replenish the world with righteousness. This is the God's duty and purpose. And to be in submission to the God's will is to be in submission to the God's duty and purpose. Submit yourself to God. Say, I am here to do your will. I submit my will to you. I submit to you. Please let your will be done in my life. Align me to your purpose. That's a conversation you have to have with God. You can't just randomly think, just gonna randomly happen. You have to say, guess what, God? I want to be within your will. I want to serve you. I want to connect my life and the things I like to do with your purpose. Well, a goddess Black woman is one who has totally submitted to the will of God and the one who knows what that will is. A goddess Black woman is in submission to the God and the will of righteousness. I know that in being in submission sounds like a passive type of concept. But being in submission to God is an active or productive concept. That's the number one person we got to submit to. Period. Oh yes, this is most definitely the truth because your God is a working, moving, producing, creating, doing, active being. Yes, when you truly submit to God, you submit and agree to assist the God at carrying out God's duty and purpose. You become the employee or a worker, and God is the employer. And we are the employees. Of course, the wages plus the benefits are excellent. Hello. So we don't complain. That's so true. The wages are a successful life built on the principles of righteousness. And the benefits are peace of mind and peace with your own soul. That comes from knowing that success. Plus your bonus payment, let's not forget that, is the character that you build in the struggle to attain the success. This is true. In this corporation, you will know that there is surely room to move up or spiritually and mentally ascend for those who will qualify themselves for that promotion. You ready to go up there? You want the promotion? You got to do the work, the spiritual work, which is the things you do when nobody's looking, when nobody's watching you. This corporation has been assembled to incorporate righteousness on earth. Ma'at, you have been employed to be a worker at making this righteousness a living reality in your everyday life. Your first assignment is to work on you, to struggle at incorporating righteous guidance in you. Then your second assignment is to share what you have been blessed to find with all of those who seek to find righteous guidance as well. This is what it means to be in submission to God. No, this is no passive type of concept. You must persist to realize the definition of the honorable title, Goddess Black Woman. The bottom line is that this will involve work and effort. True. Working on yourself, okay? You want to tap in, you want to be a goddess, you need to heal. Go get therapy for the things that you feel like you're so strong about. You know, you've had a bad relationship, bad situation with love. Go heal yourself. You had some bad connections with family members. Go heal yourself. You want to be a better version of you. Go heal yourself. Go get a session. It's like $50 to $100. It's nothing. Because on that journey, that's how you become more prepped to heal someone else or teach someone else. We can't teach. We can't even evolve into our goddess body and goddess form until we heal. So that comes first. How many more pages I got in here? I'm probably just going to read a little bit more. And for everyone that tapped in, once again, we're reading The Goddess Black Woman by Akil. This is a good one, though. So let's go to this part. The corporation has been assembled to incorporate righteousness on earth. I read that. Okay, so boom. The bottom line and point is that this will involve work and effort. We know this. What's up, queens? Peace. And don't you worry, sister. It is not very hard to be a righteous reflection and representative of God. It's not hard. All that you have to do is to have the courage to be your natural self. Be yourself. Have the courage. It is okay. How hard can it be to be your own self? They say that it is harder to tell a lie than to tell the truth. So it should be harder to be a lie than to be the truth, which is yourself. And that speaks to me because in this past month, I really did find myself. And this is she, you know? And as I'm finding myself more, then I can be myself. Because you don't know what to be until you find you. You know, you got to take the journey back to self. You got to take the journey inward through meditation, through changing your diet so you can think clearly, through connecting with God, through connecting with your spirituality, your spiritual essence. And in doing those things, you're like, wow, this is really me this whole time. I figured it out. It's a combination of everything that you went through in the past and what it has helped you to evolve to right now. That's you. The healed version of you is you. The peaceful version of you is you. The loving version. The wise. So if you feel like you don't align with some of those things, it's because you just got to heal to get there. Work on yourself to get there so you can manifest the goddess version of yourself. Okay, I'm going to read this part. Talk to the world. Let this world know that the beauty, strength, and wisdom of our ancient divinity is in the deed rising in the West, within the hearts and the minds of these forgotten, rejected, and despised former Black slaves. Our mental, spiritual resurrection is now at hand. Let them know. The time is now. Of course, now. If we're going to let the whole world know this fact, how will we let them know? How will we let the entire world know that the righteousness, wisdom, love, and power of Almighty God is again coming to birth within the hearts and minds of these despised former Black slaves? What will be your method? Better yet, how will you let your lost found brothers and sisters know that this is trying to come and birth within themselves? That this is the real mission? How are we going to let other people know? And again, how will you do this? Are you just going to tell them? Are you just going to tell them with your mouth? Are you just going to sit around pointing out scriptures all day to prove to the world that you are the people of God? No, that's not sufficient enough. It's not sufficient enough. Our brother, messenger, Elijah Muhammad, taught that our beloved brothers and sisters do not need to hear our lip service alone. He instructed that it would be wise to let them know through our deeds and actions. Be. Just be. We have to show our people as well as show our own personal selves through the deeds and actions of our hearts, not just in lip style and lifestyle, that this is how you talk to the world. Your pattern of deeds and actions is the foundation upon your true character that is projected. Deeds and actions, not just what you say, not just what you post. Are you that way when you get offline? Are you that way when no one is watching? Who are you? Your pattern of deeds and actions is the foundation upon which true character is projected. Remember that a visual picture is worth 1,000 words. Not just the still picture of your outer image, but the motion picture of your deeds and actions. So let your actions and image speak for you. They are not going to speak for you anyway, whether you know. Well, they are going to speak for you anyway, whether you know it or not. And that's that piece. I'm going to leave off on that note. I am going to save this video. So for anybody who missed the live, who's just typing in with us, what's up, y'all? I'll post it later. This book is so powerful, but I'm happy that I'm on this chapter because reclaiming our image means embodying our image. And let me tell y'all something. This is the way we haven't looked in a long way, in a long time. So it's new for us. There's no such thing as doing too much. I just want you to know that. Some people might say, she's doing too much. No such thing. I want you to feel comfortable to be you. You might be the only one, and that's fine. That's what a goddess does. She leads. You cannot lead from the pack, goddess. You got to come to the front of the line and be different and say, hey, this is how it's done. So I hope this was encouraging for you guys. If you guys are interested in joining our Goddess Book Club, comment in this section underneath this video, and I'll be sure to send you guys information and the link. You can comment with your email address, or you can send me a DM. It's cool. It's about empowerment. It's about us holding ourselves responsible and holding other women responsible and just speaking your truth. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love, prosperity to you all. I hope that you have an amazing day. I want to send you strength. I want to send you prosperity. Again, Peace. Shimmy Hotep.